What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to my channel. My name's VR6 Nick. If the car doesn't give it away, I shortly will do. First of all, I'd just like to start by apologising for the fact that I'm recording on my phone. Bear with me and I will get some GoPros, you know, all the usual vlog sort of stuff, and it will become a lot more professional as videos come along. Yeah, I want to share something with you guys. I thought YouTube was the perfect way to do it, and also this is something that everyone will have a say in, actually. If you're not familiar, then this is a 1997 Volkswagen Vento, also known in the US and a few other countries as a Jetta. We had the Mark 1s and the Mark 2s over here, but for some reason in the EU they decided to call it a Vento. So yeah, I'm going to give you a quick walk around the car and explain a few things. Bear with me a minute, I'm just going to open the bonnet. So as you guys can see, we have a VR6. It's in a bit of a sorry state at the moment, but I have stripped the inlet manifold off down to the cylinder head just to check a few things over. It's a VR6 automatic, so yeah, not the most desirable, but that's not really going to be an issue once I explain something else. It's got a new speed front brace strut. Yeah, that's pretty much the engine. Now my plan with this, with the engine, which I'm a little bit set on actually, and you know, we'll see how that goes from feedback from you guys. But what I'm hoping to do actually is take this VR6 out and the gearbox and put in a R36 VR6 engine from a Passat, with a manual gearbox as well. I don't really do automatic. Yeah, so that's the only thing really that I'm set on. Like I say, we'll see what your guys' input is. I know there's a lot of 1.8 turbo guys, a lot of, you know, V5 guys. So, you know, options are available. This is going to be a majority vote project. So basically, you know, I'm going to ask you guys, what colour should we paint this car? And you know, whatever the majority of the vote is, that's what colour the car is going to be. You know, I'm sorry if you're going to be, you know, say we get 65%, say, you know, for example, let's paint it black, let's paint it orange, whatever, and then, you know, you've got the other 35% that was other various colours. You know, unfortunately it's a majority vote wins. Hopefully anyone that, you know, voted for a different colour will still stick with us. You know, that's just an example, but hopefully you still stick with us for the full project and build, and you get to see the outcome. You know, this is, like I said, something that I want to do, something that I want to share with you guys. So, you know, the more people watching these videos, the better. Any money that, you know, I make from YouTube, if any, you know, this first video, so no one knows exactly how this is going to turn out. I don't myself. Yeah, like I said, any money that I get for this project is going to go into this project. Is, you know, I'm not looking to make profits in that respect. It's all about the car, and it's all about the channel, and it's all about you guys. So yeah, let me continue. As you can most probably see, paint is poor. I don't know whether someone had this car painted matte and it's just weathered poorly. I don't know whether it had a lacquer problem. To be honest, the paintwork on the car is too even. It's not got like patches of lacquer peel, none of that. So I think somewhere along the lines the paint was done. Again, not a concern. We're going to get this done. Now, a lot of the stuff on this car I am going to be doing on my own. I might have a couple of friends help me, just, you know, when you need an extra pair of hands kind of thing. But, you know, it's a budget build, so I'm going to do the paintwork myself. any body work that needs doing. This needs new seals, it needs new two new front wings. So, you know, front wings easy, you know, bolt on, bolt off. The painting will be the not really a difficult bit, but it'll, you know, be a bit of a challenge. The seals, that's going to be a bit more complicated because they're going to have to be cut off, new ones welded on, body work done with those, you know, filler, take out any imperfections in the body, put the paint on. You know, like I said, it's going to be a self-built DIY show car, and if there's anything that I'm not too comfortable doing, or I start doing, and I can see that it's just not working out, then, you know, I'm going to be seeking someone that is a professional to do the work for me. Or if any of you guys are professionals in the motor trade that, you know, are doing what the current video will be about, and, you know, you can help out, that'll be fantastic. Again, like I say, it is a budget build, so if anyone's got any parts kicking around that they just don't need anymore, you know, if they want them out of the way, I'm more than happy to pay you shipping. I'm more than happy to give you some money for the parts, but yeah, cheaper the better. You know, it's a budget build, so by name and nature, the cheaper that I can do this, the better. It's all going to be about you guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to be able to enjoy the car. I'm going to be able to take it to the shows. Hopefully I'll meet some of you guys at the shows. You can see the car that you all decided, you know, what colours, wheels, suspension setup, brake setup, you know, whatever input you guys put into this car. If I see you guys at the show, please come over and say hello. You know, this is talking way much further down the line, but please come over and say hello. You know, it'd be a pleasure to meet you guys. Yeah, so let me carry on around this car. So yeah, paintwork's poor, but you know, as I've explained, it's a budget build. It's not going to be an issue. It's not really a car that I care about. You know, I've bought it for a particular reason. The interior, not too pretty. Let's not lie, it's not too pretty, and I apologise for the poor video quality, but it's standard not GTI, it's standard VR6 cloth. Yeah, standard rear seats, standard front seats. As I said, it's an automatic. Ugh, I can't deal with automatic. For people that drive automatic, you know, that's good for you. You know, I'm quite happy about that. If that's what you feel comfortable doing, awesome. But for me, I prefer manual. There's something about going through the gears for me. Yeah, you know, I feel like the car's more responsive. Obviously, all standard interior. Literally, like, not been molested in any way, shape, or form. It's got electric windows all around. They all work. It's got a sunroof, so, you know, for those hot summer days. It's built-in aircon, if you like, because I don't think, no, sorry, actually, yes, this does have aircon. So whether it will by the time the R36 engine goes in or not, another matter. That's going to be probably the most expensive part of the build, the R36 engine. Yeah, I've still got some research to do on that, but I know it works. Someone's done it in America, so I know it's viable. To what degree, I don't know, but yeah, we will find out. And like I said, you guys will have your input, so it might not even end up being an R36, but you know, I think that would be such a cool thing to do. So yep, standard interior. Standard BBS's. The I believe these are 16-inch. Let me just go to the front where there's some light. Where are we? 195 R15, so 15 inches. Like I said, they're not in too bad condition, really. You know, for 23-year-old wheels, 24-year-old wheels, whether they was original or not. Pretty good condition. The car's brakes have been upgraded. Don't know whether you see that, but you got vented and grooved discs with what looks like standard VR6 calipers. So they're most probably a 288mm disc. Yeah, I've got a goodie in the boot. Again, I see this done on a video in America. Bear with me again, I'm going to open the boot. So there's all kinds of goodies in the boot. It doesn't look like goodies now, so you know I can understand that, but there's a Corrado wing in there with all of the wiring loom, the switch. The only thing I think I need is a relay, so if anyone's got a spare relay, please hit me up. You know, I'm hoping to put this on and have the adjustable spoiler on this. Like I said, I've seen it done in America. I've got some aftermarket tail lights. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on there. You'll see more obviously as the videos come along. I've also got some bits here, spare bumpers. The reason that I've got spare bumpers is the bumper on the car has the plastic lights, but this bumper is actually good for the original Hella glass lights, which I think will be a cool addition to the car, you know, keeping it original. They're like a nice looking light, you know, and I feel like stuff like that is a little bit nicer than the plastic fog lights. I've got an exhaust there which come off of a 2 litre Vento. It's got Miltech tips welded on. Might give it a clean up, see how that comes out, but I don't know whether that will be something I'll end up doing or whether you guys want to do. The car did run, did move, all sorts, but at the moment I can't move it because it has no exhaust manifold. I actually took that off for another reason. It was a Fabricat, also known as a Jetex system. Yeah, I've still got more exhaust parts there. These are off of another one, like I say. I had a 2 litre, but that's a VR6 exhaust. I chopped that off because, to be quite honest, it was starting to blow and it was a bit knackered. Got a nice little shark fin. Hey, that's a bit different. You don't really see many of those on there. That's obviously an addition. The car, like I say, upgraded brakes. It is on coilovers, but I'm not sure what type of coilovers they are. It's got some Samco Sport hoses. How about that? Bonus. Something else we're not going to have to buy. Or something else that we can sell to buy other parts for the R36 engine. So, yeah, like I said, if you want to see more of this content, if you want to be part of this build, like I said, anyone, everyone can be a part of this. The more the better, the more the merrier. You know, like I said, I want to build up like a nice little community. You know, I want to get in contact with people that have got a similar passion, are doing similar things, people that have got parts that they could maybe, you know, donate. I'm not asking for, you know, charity, and I'm not asking for like stuff that holds a lot of value. I'm just asking for anything that will help me along the way with this build. No matter how big or small, you know, anything quirky, anything fun. Yeah, like I said, if you've got anything that will help along this build, and you think, you know, it will look good, then by all means, you know, get in contact. I'll give you my details. You can send the stuff to me. I'll put a video up of how the item looks on the car, get people's opinions. You know, yeah, let's see where this can go. You know, let's see what colour this can end up being, see how the engine conversion goes. You know, like I said, a lot of it I'm going to be doing myself. I'm quite familiar with these cars. I've stripped the 2 litre that I had, which was also red. The bonnet was off of that, hence why the bonnet's still glossy and the bumper is faded. Yeah, so I've stripped that one out to pretty much a bare shell, for parts and all sorts of other reasons, just to understand the car really as well a little bit, how the wiring's worked out, like, you know, what's going to be tricky, what can be changed, all sorts of stuff. I have picked up a Mark III Cabriolet dashboard for this as well, a dimple dash. I've seen that on Mark III Smith's channel. So yeah, shout out to Mark III Smith. I watch your videos, I love them. You put up good content, especially with the bird outside your house. That makes me laugh. you know, you've got quite a bit of character in that respect. So yeah, big shout out to you. Your videos have spurred me on to do this, the same as Greg. Greg is also a friend of Mk3 Smith's. He's got a channel called the VW Garage. Mk3 Smith's channel is Mk3 Smith. You might know him already. He's got the blue Volkswagen Jetta. Very nice car, very well done. Yeah, big shout out to you both. Greg at the VW Garage is a wizard. Knows his way around these cars as well. You know, seen some videos of Christian and Greg helping each other out with the builds. So that's kind of the same sort of stuff that I'm going to be looking for here. I'd also like to give out a big shout to Chris Fix. What a guy, what a positive attitude, and again, the videos that he puts up are really educational. He has a very easy manner of showing how to do things, and you know, puts up loads of different kind of content, how to change suspension, how to change brakes, welding I watched earlier, all sorts. And then there's a couple of guys in the UK like salvage flippers. You know, these guys buy cars that have had a crash, they repair them, get them back to a good safe standard, put them on the road, sell them for a fair price. You know, that's quite an interesting thing to watch. Salvage rebuilds or builders, I think it is as well, is another channel. Now they've got quite a nice Sierra RS Cosworth. That it was a barn find, and what they've done with that car already is quite amazing. You know, and what they're planning to do with that car is going to be quite amazing. So just seeing how those guys have taken something that was in a bit of a sorry state, just like this, and where they're taking it now and where it's going to end up is kind of the aim for this. You know, like I said, let's build a car, let's go and do some shows when the car's ready for it, see what kind of awards we can win, what other people's input is. You know, let's just we can get completely wacky with this. You know, we can do some real quirky stuff. I've seen videos of people fiberglassing wide arches, all sorts of silly stuff, and like I said, anything is open to discussion. Anything is an option within reasons. You know, as long as it's going to work with the car, it's going to look good. You know, I wouldn't want to take a car that looks like, you know, it's all different parts of cars bolted together. It needs to look like a Vento, but you know, let's make it wide if we can. Let's, you know, go silly with the engine. Like I said, an R36 engine, lots of power, twin turbo setup most probably, if my plan will work, which, you know, I'm going to look into. Again, you know, I'm going to ask you guys now. So obviously R36 engine, 6-cylinder. Now on these engines, the manifold, the original manifold, is 2 headers coming down into 1 pipe. Now what I was obviously thinking, and like I said, I'm not too sure if it will work or not, is have 1 turbo running off of 3 cylinders, have another turbo running off of the other 3 cylinders. So, you know, we could go like low end turbo to mid-range, let the mid-range pick up from the engine, and then we could have a high-end turbo, or we could let the engine do the low-end work, mid-range to pick up, and you know, a bit more boost, and then yeah, big end. So yeah, this, you know, I'm quite happy to put some money into it. Like I said, it'd be a project over a couple of years, so I'm sure I'm not going to suffer. So yeah, let's just see what we can make of this car. So yeah, again, thank you for coming along. Please hit that subscribe button, share, you know, get me out there. Let's get some views going. Let's get some interest built on this car. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. Take care. Peace.